driver's license, registration.
So me and Craig, actually Craig and I, are gonna be turning a jet ski into a motorcycle. The problem is when I asked the team to get me a jet ski, they got me a small boat. And we also have the classic Honda Helix. Now I know it looks a little bit rough. It's a 250, but it's all there and it should be enough power to move that thing. Now here's the game plan of how we're gonna put these things together. All right, so we don't know exactly how we're gonna do this, but we're gonna start by separating the two. It looks like there's a bunch of rivets underneath that trim piece, so we're gonna unrivet them. Hopefully the thing pulls apart, and that should give us a better idea of what we're gonna do next. But first we gotta separate the two halves. I think there's two halves. You gonna cut that wire? What was this? Some type of tank?
No, that was the gas tank.
Oh.
Typical Sean. Just hanging out and eating while everybody else is working.
All right, so it took us about 3 hours. We got the hulls completely apart. We got them all hollowed out. The next step is to kind of mock it up and see where to cut the parts for the Helix. But the thing is, so I don't think the Helix has enough power for it.
No, it's got plenty of power.
What is it, like a 250?
Yeah, something like that, but that's what everybody's using.
But okay, what's that gonna get us though? 40 miles an hour with the extra weight?
Maybe 50.
We need more than that.
What do you want?
We need more power. I just don't think the Helix is gonna really work. I know you guys don't think the Helix is enough. So you know what? I got an idea. I'll be back in a second.
All right. I don't know. I think the Helix is fine. What did you get?
The one and only Honda Silverwing. 600cc scooter. It's one of the fastest scooters that they've ever made. So if you're probably wondering why we're going with a scooter and not like just a full-blown motorcycle, and the reason is the motor is so much lower. The motor's actually down here with like some type of transaxle thing that it's just easier and it's going to fit better. With a motorcycle, you couldn't get everything underneath inside the hull. You know, you don't have to figure out shift levers and all that stuff, and clutches and stuff like that. So it's going to be a lot easier and actually doable. I don't think it's even possible with the motorcycle. Check that out. There you go. It's on there. I feel like we have to take it for a ride now.
Go for it. Don't go crazy.
This is the new trend that all the scooter guys are doing now. Stripping their bikes down to nothing. It's all about saving weight. Watch how fast this thing is. I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are thinking, these guys are smart. They must have a plan of what they're going to do next. Our plan ended like 2 hours ago. My best idea, Craig, what's your best idea? Line stuff up the best we can and then start cutting stuff. And then use a lot of spray foam and duct tape was kind of my best guess. And then go hit like 90 miles an hour.
I guess we're going to pull this off and see what's under here. And then take the bars off. And it's going to sit right on there is my thinking.
It'd be nice if these rails right here sat right inside the fiberglass. So all we got to do is just
so sweet.
Super glue.
Gaff tape has been my favorite.
Honestly, all we got to do is just put a bunch of glue
honestly, that's all they did.
You see down here, we have to cut the frame because all this was stopping it from sitting down. We still might have to cut the body a little bit, but we're getting close. This was by far one of our longest projects. Just to compare it to some other projects, it took us 3 hours to prep this bike to run underwater. It took us 2 days to build a bike from Home Depot parts, only half a day to build the world's largest drift tray, and just 3 days to turn Brad into a water crossing monster. That reminds me, this video is brought to you by our sponsor. You got skinny legs, your legs are a little too skinny, but your wife says they look okay, but you know they're too skinny. You gotta wear short shorts like Crocodile Dundee. No, like, who's the alligator guy?
Oh, Steve Irwin?
Like Steve Irwin.
Don't worry, guys, I got it.
You got you, Craig. Craig. But this took us 5 whole days. But in the end, we had built something nothing short of a fairy tale.
Stand by them.
So what is it?
Suzuki Hayabusa. It's a Suzuki Hayabusa. It's stock.
People love the jet ski bike, which by the way needs a name. Comment your ideas below. But the big question is, what will the boating guys think when they found out that we ruined a perfectly broken jet ski? So to find out, we found some boating guys.
I'm having some jet ski issues. You guys want to help me out?
Look at that. You spray people with that?
Yeah.
Really? That is insane. Well, be safe, brother.
Yeah, thanks. Have a good one, guys.
After that, we took it out for some more testing. We took it on the highway and it did awesome. It hit speeds up to 75 miles an hour and still had more to go. Then we took it on some twisty roads to see how well it would handle. And it handled surprisingly well. Then we took it to a scale to see how much it weighed. And it tipped the scale at a whopping just over 800 pounds. That's as much as a Goldwing or a manatee, which makes sense considering that it's longer than the largest production bike ever made, sitting at over 10 feet long, which is also longer than most manatees. I don't know why I keep on comparing it to a manatee, but you get the point.
You're probably thinking if this thing's more of a novelty, you'd be wrong. This thing's actually a functioning, purposeful vehicle. And just to show you guys that it's not just that, it's also an asset and this thing could make money, we're gonna do Grubhub with it. Here you go, ma'am. Get the Grubhub right here. Thank you for choosing Grubhub.
Why is it all wet?
Now this bike is 100% street legal. Me and Craig made sure of it. We made sure it had everything it needed to qualify for PADOT standards, which is why I was very surprised when this happened.
Oh, shoot. Got it. This should be fun.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, officer.
Calm down. Officer Bill, please have field counsel, please.
Reason for the stop, I didn't see an inspection sticker on your device here. You have your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance on it.
Yes, sir.
You need to see your boating license. Looking at this thing.
Boating license. All right, yeah. Let me see if I can find my boating license. There's my this is my license.
Everything's good.
Awesome.
Try and get the vehicle inspected, and thanks for cooperation. You're good to go.
Cool. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, you too.
Yeah. Now, I just have one more question. How's it gonna do going back into the water? We'll find out next time. Subscribe, we'll see you guys later.